Welcome back to our channel.
We in preschool.
And welcome to preschool. I have gotten a lot of questions about what we do for Kellen, who is in preschool.
And Hanukkah came for a big giant lion queen egg.
And Hanukkah's coming, but we're going to focus on our preschool curriculum and what we do with Kellen for preschool.
Dinosaur.
So I'm going to try to get through some of the things that we use to teach Kellen and keep him busy. Most of the time, Kellen doesn't do work while I'm doing work with the older kids because he's so young, he needs a lot of one-on-one focus time. So when it comes to Kellen, his schooling mostly comes in the afternoons when the older kids are done with all of their assignments and their day is complete. I can then focus on Kellen and get him the attention that he needs in order to succeed in his curriculum. So we're gonna get started. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, and so
Let's go.
let's go. One of the things that I like to start our day off with is the calendar. That is one thing that Kellen absolutely participates in every morning that we have our lessons. In the calendar, we sing songs about the days of the week, the months of the year. We go over the date for the days to get him familiarized with numbers and just the placement of what days come where, what day comes before, what today is, and what day is after. So every day when we are doing our homeschool lessons, we absolutely start with the calendar. This book I have used for 3 of our children now. It's called Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, and this is a book that has helped me to actually get our kids going in all things reading. So many of you, if you're a preschooler, some of your preschoolers might actually know their alphabets, but using this book teaches our kids how to read without any prior knowledge of the alphabet. So what this book teaches is sounds that the letters make and how to blend those sounds, and after 30 or 40 lessons or so, your kid will actually be able to recognize the alphabet and be like, that's the letter A, that's the letter B, and exactly what sounds they make. And by lesson, I want to say, looking in this book, by lesson 7 or 8, your kid is able to read some of the words that they are forming from sounds. We participated in a summer reading program, and through the summer reading program, I was given handy little flashcards for the kids, and these have helped when we're out and about and I need the kids to focus on their letter sounds, keep them occupied while I'm at the grocery store or whatnot. You can make these yourself, I imagine. I would recommend punching a hole in it and putting it on a key ring, so as your kids are learning new sounds, they can just go through the letter sounds as they learn them, and this is great for extra practice outside of the lessons. So most of these lessons take about 20 minutes or less to teach to your child, and at the end of the 100 lessons, your child will actually be reading, which is fantastic, especially if they have no prior knowledge of the alphabet. So I got this at Barnes & Noble. I'm sure you can find it online at Amazon. I've also seen it in the library available for checkout. So if you want to check it out at the library and see what it's like before you actually make the purchase, that would probably be a great idea for you. We also like to go through workbooks with Kellen. Here's some books that I just got off of Amazon, really inexpensive, like $1, $2, maybe $3 at the most. Some connect the dots to get him to know what order the numbers come in. some preschool basics. It teaches beginning sounds, numbers, classifying. We don't really get too far into this. Mostly he just kind of matches things and colors things in. We go through early math also, similar to this book, just different ways of going about it. I think with this one, it starts off with all the letters and how to trace it and tracing of the letters. So this is a lot of things, like if you're really into workbooks and things with the kids and teaching them through workbooks, these are excellent things. You can find a bunch of them on Amazon. So Kellen really, he'll sit down for a little while to do workbook, but it doesn't really keep his attention for very long. So I try to get things that he can play with his hands, manipulate, more kinesthetic things that he could do. So at Lakeshore Learning, I picked up some number bots, and these numbers pretty much are like transformers. They transform into tiny little robots, I guess you can say. So I got these for numbers so that he could be familiar with the numbers look like, and he spends a lot of time playing with these. We also picked up alphabets, which do the same thing, and it has all of the alphabets. He plays with these quite often. He actually carries them around inside of his backpack. So we put these back in the box today just to kind of show you what it looks like. We also got these from Lakeshore Learning. Other things that I like to get Kellen to do just to kind of keep him busy with his hands. I picked up alphabet puzzle cards. He loves puzzles. And I got these in the dollar section at Target. And also number matching cards. So whatever is on the card, there's a clothespin here. He would match it with the number of objects that he sees in each of the cards. So that helps with number recognition and finding things, and they're colorful, fun to play with. I find them all over my house. Took me a little while just to grab a bunch of these because they're everywhere, because he takes them and just kind of plays with them all over the place. And it's really good matching skills. Matching is really the beginning of math skills, especially for preschoolers. So matching, sorting, putting things in order, finding its mate, all those things really help, especially with beginning math skills. So once again, I got these at Target in like the dollar section. So Amazon, Target, Lakeshore Learning, those are a lot of places that I try to look to find a bunch of little hands-on things for Kellen to do. Legos, another fun learning device to help preschoolers. My kids have been playing with Legos since our oldest, who's 12 now, has been 5 years old. I have a really strong love-hate relationship with Legos because some of them are tiny. I step on them. I vacuum them up in the vacuum cleaner. I find them all over the floor. And as much as I hate finding Legos all over the place, the benefits of playing with the Legos far outweigh the stepping on the Legos and vacuuming up the Legos. So I make sure that the kids can play with Legos as much as possible. It actually helps with building skills, so engineering skills, color skills. I can sit Kellen down and keep him completely occupied for hours maybe if I asked him to sort all the Lego colors by each color. So I can sit him down and say, hey, can you find all the red Legos? And he can sit down for hours and go through this entire bin and find all the red Legos, find all the green Legos, put them all together.
And the blue Lego.
And the blue Legos, you're absolutely right. Sometimes I keep him occupied by giving him a building prompt. So I'll say, make me a car, Kellen, out of your Legos. And he can make a car.
I can't make a car.
A rather weird car. It doesn't really look like a car, bridge, any sort of thing. And these are also good learning tools for older kids, writing prompts. There's years ago, I believe, we used Legos as part of our school curriculum, especially for writing. So I would give kids the Building prompts. So I would give the kids building prompts, have them, years ago we did a prompt about pretend animal, make-believe animal. The kids use Legos to create the animal, and I use writing as a way for them to explain their animal, what their animal does, where it lives, what it eats, just ways to get them writing about things, and Legos were the perfect way to do that. So Legos, excellent learning prompt. Okay, Kellen, I need you to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? I'm going to give you some things that I think you might need. Can you show me what you might need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Oh, you want to take that? That's jam and peanut butter. Okay, what do you want to drink to wash that down? The peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Do you want some juice? Do you want some milk? Which one do you think? Some milk, okay. And Kellen, when we're trying to be healthy, which one do you think we should drink more of?
Water.
Water. So why don't you take some water? And when do we want to drink juice? No, we want to drink it on like special occasions, right? So we don't want to have juices all the time. Okay, thank you for your help.
What about mustard?
Oh, okay. What do we call these things? What is this?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. And what is this?
Mustard.
Mustard, and here's some relish for you if you want to put all of that on your hot dog. Hey, here's something that will really help your milk. What is it?
Milk.
Chocolate syrup to make your milk chocolatey. And these are peas. They're very important to keep you healthy so you be strong. And some juice. So you go and you ring all of that up and you let me know how much that costs, okay? Yeah? Okay. So what you just saw was an example of imaginative play, and that's what I like to keep Kellen doing during the day, is using his mind, make-believe, to learn actual real-life situations. So Kellen was able to sort and choose things based on the prompts that I was giving him. He was able to look at that and say, ooh, that's peanut butter and this is jam, and that's what we use to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So that just kind of reinforces like what he's learning every day, that he's picking up, that you don't really know that he's picking up on. So now I got a bunch of these make-believe toys from Lakeshore Learning. You can find these at Walmart, any place, and you know, the kids like to play store with them. They'll put price tags on them. We have a cash register, and the kids will ring up their purchases. There's money that the kids can use, pretend money, coins, a debit card. An excellent way to teach kids money, budgeting strategies, how to recognize money, how much they're worth. And so I love when the kids pull out the store toys and they're able to use their imaginative play to do things that they will actually need in real life. So they will need budgeting skills. They will need to know how much money is, which one is which, and the differences between all of them. And the imaginative play is what I like to use to keep them learning without really teaching them that they're learning. So it's a fun way for them to learn things without them doing it through workbooks all the time. Another fun activity that I like to do, especially when dinner's taking a little bit longer than usual and the kids just need something to do to occupy them without going crazy, are these learning mats that I picked up from Whole Foods. They're actually Melissa and Doug learning mats. So I imagine you can go on their website and find it. I'm not sure if they still have them in Whole Foods. I got it over the summertime. And essentially the kids learn, well, especially Kellen, he can see the fire engine truck on the back of the mat. It explains about the fire engine truck, and he can use crayons to color the mat. And we just use a wet paper towel to clean off the coloring, and he can do that over and over. It doesn't matter how many times. So we've got him the fire engine. He has dinosaurs, and on the back it gives him information about the dinosaurs, different dinosaurs, because he really likes dinosaurs. So I've gotten this one. This is not actually preschool curriculum, but I did want to show you that this is some things that the older kids do, my first grader and my second grader, for quick math skills to keep their brain smart, especially when they need other things to do. So we also got these from Whole Foods. It's 5 years old or up. And while they're waiting for dinner, they can just write in the addition facts. There's one on the front, there's some on the back, and subtraction facts that they can also go through, also front and back. And that keeps some of my younger kids that are not preschool, but it also keeps them busy. So learning maths are also really good, especially in the evening time when school's over and they just need some extra activities to do to keep them occupied. So I know I've given you a lot of information in this video. I really, really hope that that information is helpful to you, especially for your preschool learners or your kindergarten learners. I think all of these can be used for preschool and kindergarten and reinforced for your first graders. We really love the website starfall.com for Kellen. Very bright. Moving pieces on that website. We've tried ABC Mouse. That seems to work too. Those are some great online tools if you're looking for things for the kids to do online. But even with all of the things that I've shown you today, the most important thing to do, especially for your preschooler and for all of the kids, is read, read, read. Everybody loves a good book, loves a good story. I try to get my kids reading as much as possible. We take lots of trips to the library. I allow them to pick out their own books that they might be interested in, because sometimes forcing a book on them makes them not want to read. So I try to find something that the kids are interested in and try to show them how to find that through the library's catalog. Kellen, these are some of Kellen's favorite books, Chocolate Me. So we read this book quite often to him. He really loves superheroes, so Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man, the Hulk, anything that's going to keep him sitting so that he can read through it for about 30 minutes or 20 minutes or so. 20 to 30 minutes is key. Anything I can get him to sit down quietly and listen to for about 20 to 30 minutes is the best thing ever. Some of the older kids, we have reading partners. They'll read to some of the younger kids. So if I can't quite get to Kellen's reading that night, his brother is more than happy to read to him, and I have the older girls reading to the younger girls, just to make sure that the family's reading, because reading is very important. It helps with vocabulary development. It helps the kids to be able to articulate better, and I cannot stress, because I was an English teacher, the importance of reading. I really, really, really hope that this video was helpful to you. Please, if you have any questions or anything else that you want me to go through, I would be more than happy to go through that for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I got Kellen here. Do you want to thank the people for watching the video? Stand up, buddy.
Bye. Thanks for watching our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching.